Said Saturday's looking good. Is it looking good still for him?
For CJ, yeah, I think so. It's I don't know how many reps that would be. I hope it's a bunch, but and I don't think it'd be because of his knee. It's just you hadn't been able to condition game type conditioning. He's looked good both days in practice though, and we've managed his reps a bit, but it's good to have him back running around. He's one of the guys that there's no doubt between he and Isaac and Tony, that vocal leadership and somebody that's been through those battles when things aren't going your way. It's good to have him out there on the field for sure.
You talked about Sunday and Tuesday being good practices on the teleconference. Was today a third one?
Today was really good. I think our offensive unit is very, very confident and has good energy. We just got to take care of the football, and I think we can have success against most people. Defensively, the confidence has been shaken, particularly on the back end, and we've got to have a few things. They got to get that confidence and that swagger back a little bit, and we've spent time this week preaching that, and they've had good energy. They're playing against a very talented squad, and it's kind of started thinking back. It's you're playing against really good offenses in these day and time, and everybody does a lot of stuff, and you start thinking about kids like a Cliff Coleman that we didn't get like a lot of praise, but the guy had a spring in 2 years in the system, and knew what to do and knew how to play, and not to mention the others that we lost, but and we're playing a lot of young kids back there right now, but hopefully they seem to have a confidence in the plan, and need something good to happen to them early.
That's kind of what I was going to ask you about, guys like Keith Lewis and Bird, just invaluable glue guys. I guess.
Guys that they just had been around us for so long and around our system, and now some of these kids are playing, for their first time really, and your confidence gets shaken sometimes when things aren't going well. Particularly if you listen to the things that are being said or go on out there, and so that's a battle within the mind, and then we're constantly trying to battle for them. So hopefully something good will happen to those guys, to our guys early on.
Do you feel like seeing a team that throws it as much as they do is a good thing to get kind of right back in the fire?
Yeah, you're going to be in the fire every week. It looks.
I guess just that they're a little bit more throwing than a few other teams.
They have some talented receivers for sure, and will be tested, and I think that's good for us. It's good to be tested. It's not always fun, but it's a good thing for us.
It seems like every time I talk to you, you always mention leadership in the locker room, needing to step up. Why do you think that has not happened yet?
Well, I don't know that it hasn't happened. Okay. I want to be clear. I think that we have some very good leaders. I think when you talk about the locker room in general, you've got to have people not only that are willing to lead, but people that are wanting to do it the right way and do the right things and maintain your confidence through difficult times. And all of that is a combination. But I think that C.J. Johnson, Evan Ingram, Mike Hilton, and Justin Bell, and those guys have been really good leaders.
Kind of got lost from Saturday, but Collins was back there returning punts. Looked like he did what
solid.
You wanted him to do.
Yeah, I was fired up for Collins, man. That's a guy that just wants to contribute, and he's a team guy, and he'll be doing it again this Saturday. Excited for him, and I trust him back there, and happy for him. He's got a role that can help us.
The offensive line too, with Justin snapping a little bit and just all the guys back. How's kind of that looked in practice?
Been pleased. I mean, obviously, we're not going live right now, but Laramie's obviously very talented, and Fawn's back to his natural, more comfortable position, and Bale gets to go to center now with Ben, and got our guards there that with the exception of Conyers, we're kind of back to where we originally started.
Is there any update on Tony's progress?
He's looked better this week, but it's still, he's not ready to go this week.
Matched up with Garrett. I mean, that's a big deal, obviously, to deal with him. But with Tunsil back, you feel like they'll kind of test him with Garrett that much more, if you will?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about two of the best players in the
I mean, do you feel like-
nation. They'll test each other, and it'll be some, both will win some battles. I mean, yeah, when you play against two caliber guys like that, you know, that'll be a good match. And, you know, we believe that Tunsil's going to win his share. I'm sure that there'll be times where Garrett wins his share too.
I think that last week you said something to the effect of this week was when you'll start digging into Laramie's conditioning and how many snaps you think he could take Saturday. Yeah, maybe an update.
Well, he's been conditioning.
Okay.
You know, he just hadn't been conditioning, getting tempo snaps, a 12-play drive, so to
Right.
speak. If we have one of those, that I don't know if there's any way you can adequately prepare him for that in a game-type emotional game. But so that'll be the biggest test. But he's been conditioning all along.
Is he kind of different too, just because of the caliber of player he is, that maybe he's not going to take him that long to knock the rust off? I don't know if the right way to put it.
Yeah, I don't think there'll be a lot of rust as far as technique. But again, if we get one of those long drives that he hasn't, you know, particularly if we're going tempo, that'll test him for sure.
Everyone talks about